Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network. All right, guys, welcome back. And I am joined by someone very, very special. I'm talking about Kahu, Lāhela, all the way from what town is it? It's the second island.
What's the main island?
It's the main island.
Oahu. Oahu
Wow.
is where Honolulu is.
I
Yes.
see. Welcome,
Yes.
welcome back.
Thank you, Casey. It's so great to be here with you. Thank you.
Same here, same here. And I was just telling you before that is an awesome flower, and you were telling me the name of it is, what is it again?
Yes. The name is Tiare.
Tiare.
Tiare, and it's a Tahitian gardenia.
That's pretty awesome.
And here in Hawaii, we love to wear flowers behind our ears. And if it's on your left side, that means you're taken. If it's on your right side, means you're not taken.
Oh, it's good to know.
Little bit of trivia there.
Thank you for that. Well, hey, why don't you tell us, as a refresh, in case people haven't heard your show before, but a little bit about what you do and what gets you up in the morning.
Well, I'm very passionate about my work as a kahu. I am called to assist people in various situations. It may be a blessing for their home, their business. It may be personal guidance, spiritual guidance. It may be healing for their bodies. And through the years, Casey, I've been a kahu now, 12 years or so. And through the years, I have learned that people are really disconnected from their bodies. And, you know, the most common thought that I come across is that most people think and believe that they're not worthy.
I believe it.
And so it's been my passion, my quest to help as many people, as many of my brothers and sisters around the world, to release that belief and to see their truth, their true light within. And that's what I'd love to discuss with you today.
All right, awesome. This thing that we just talked about, people not thinking they're good enough. You might say people think I am not worthy. Can you expand on that, and why? Where does that come from? Why is it so prevalent?
Yes.
What do we do?
Great. Yeah, great question. So over time, over eons of time, we have disconnected, especially in the industrial era, we have disconnected from source. We have disconnected from our connection to, we say, Keakua here in Hawaii, a higher source.
Okay.
We've separated ourselves from source. We've been trained to think less of ourselves. We're disconnected from our bodies. Our bodies are incredible, highly intelligent. It's a whole system, a whole ecosystem. Mm-hmm. But we have complicated our bodies with medications and, drugs and alcohol.
Right.
So when we can come, it's important to bring our bodies back to homeostasis, so that we can align in body, mind, and spirit with source. And source, we connect with source as if we're standing in a channel of light. And when you're standing in this channel of light, you're receiving all the energy, the cleansing, the healing, but you have to be aware of it and be intentional with it.
When you mean be intentional with it, what it means? It's got to be for the
it's got to be
high, and
it's got to become a daily awareness. It's not just something you just blurt some words out and yay,
Right.
It's like daily intention. And that means it's like prayer.
Yeah.
For oneself. It's going inward And it's looking within to find out what is going on today. What's going on with me today? Being real with yourself and setting intentions that will help to up-level you. You're emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. But it takes intention to do that.
Sounds like it takes consistency too. Is that right?
It does take consistency. Yes. That's why I say it's a daily practice.
I see.
I do Ho'oponopono for myself daily
Yeah.
so that I renew myself. When I wake up in the morning, I'm a newer version of me. I'm not the same me from yesterday.
So those mistakes, or if there were any, or some things that happened yesterday, those are gone. We're starting fresh.
Yeah, because we're being thankful
Okay.
and we're asking for forgiveness.
I see.
That's how we cleanse the energy. We don't see energy, but we know that energy exists. We
Right.
can use a remote to turn on the TV.
Yeah.
And so we know that energy exists all around us. What we don't see is all of these connections or attachments that come to us from other people, situations, places. So these attachments are also from our past. They can be painful memories from our past.
Mm-hmm.
And so we don't realize that we're carrying a lot of baggage.
Yeah.
But when we're able to do Ho'oponopono for ourselves, cleanse our bodies, cleanse our minds, then we are free to renew ourselves daily in Pono. And Pono is the word, it means to do the right thing. It
Yeah.
means to be in harmony with oneself. It means to correct wrongs. It means to be well, to be in balance
Balance.
with
Okay.
life. Mm-hmm.
I see. I see. Um, and you mentioned this too before. Um, you said that there's one of the most common problems is separating ourselves from source. Can you expand on what source is,
Mm.
and for people who don't know, and about separating ourselves from it? Why is it so common?
We feel lesser than. We feel we've been trained to believe that source, that we have to go somewhere. Like say, for example, and I'm not I'm not saying anything negative about religion, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that, we go to a place, we pray, and we don't feel that we have a direct connection because we're going through
Uh,
another, you know,
Human
uh,
being.
right, correct. And so we have cut ourselves off. We've actually been trained to cut ourselves off from source.
I agree.
Yeah. And so, but we each were born, it's a God or goddess given right for sovereignty. Since the day you were born a sovereign being. And over time, you have developed a lack of self-trust. And many people don't trust themselves. Many people second guess themselves.
Yeah.
They doubt themselves.
Yep.
And so this is like an epidemic which can be healed. And this is the part that I'm so passionate about. I went through this process myself. I was that person as well. I was the worst warrior in the world
Oh.
until the light came on. When the light came on inside of me, Casey, everything changed.
Mm.
And now I see more clearly, and I don't see the obvious. I see what's inobvious. I see through the facade
Okay.
to what's true and real, because I also, in my line of work as a Kahu, I work with spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit is, so what we see is 4% of what exists.
Just 4%?
4%.
Oh.
And this is from Greg Braden, a scientist who blends science and spirituality. And he says that the 96% is in the unseen. That's the no matter. So that's kind of deep, right?
Yeah, I was trying to wrap my head around that one.
So not to get too heavy here, but so that's where I work though. I work in the 96%,
Yeah.
and we all can, because you know why? When we do, we have a huge team, an army behind us, supporting us, guiding us, protecting us. But that's what most people are missing. And it took me a long while to figure this out. And I said, you know what? My life is so valuable. It's time I wake up. It's time I really understand my presence in this world, and the gifts that I have to share.
Right, right. And it's all for other people, and that's pretty neat that that you found that. You found that.
Yeah,
That's why. Would you say that's why you're here? Is to pass this
exactly.
on?
I had some mentors growing up. Mentors are extremely important
Mm-hmm.
for our spiritual awareness and guidance. And since I was a child, I had amazing mentorship. My parents, my grandparents, my aunties and uncles, and we're very Ohana based here, family based here in the islands. And as I grew up, I found other mentors who would come into my life. And so it's through my mentors that I actually was able to put one foot in front of the other
Mm-hmm.
and walk through this virtual labyrinth of my life and understand that on this path, as I make pono choices in my life on this path, the right people will show up for me because I'm ready.
Wow. Did any of this come? Did you have any of these thoughts in the 20 years you were doing photography?
I had a connection. I've always had a connection to
Okay.
spirit. Yeah,
Okay.
because of the place where I grew up. I
Yeah.
grew up next to a very ancient Hawaiian fish pond, and I I communed with the spirits, the spirits of the land, and so I was very keenly aware of them and their presence in my life.
And then you just fine tuned it by pretty much giving your life over and doing it 24/7, going all in.
Correct. Correct. And what it takes are some Hawaiian values. Hawaiian values are principles of higher standards of living. So, like pono is a Hawaiian value, and it is, a way to stay on your path and moving forward. And there's another Hawaiian value called ha'a, and in ha'a is humility.
Oh, that's important, right?
Humility is a necessity.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that you're lesser than anyone else. What it means is I do not put myself above anybody else.
Yeah.
I do not put myself below anyone else. It means you're showing up for the greater good of all concerned.
I see. Wow. Um, and here it goes again. You keep mentioning being a sovereign being. Um, we know it's your mission to help others become a sovereign being. Is this something that can only happen if the person asks for your help, or can you do things just by how you in nature or treat the earth or treat other people? Can you do it
Right.
that way too? Maybe you could expand on
Yes.
that for me.
Yes. Yes. So, being again, when we're born, we are a sovereign being.
Well, yeah, right up,
And
right up, right away we are.
Yeah, we're a sovereign being, but we have created stories or beliefs, or have been told stories or
Yeah.
beliefs that have been handed down to us generation after generation after generation. There's a story in our family, that this on my mom's side, that they're very angry people, and but it's a story that keeps getting told,
Mm.
and I'm like, that's crazy. So, but to be a sovereign being, anyone can do this for themselves. They can, as long as you connect with source, connect with nature, and shed these layers of an identity that no longer belongs to us.
Hmm.
These are identities from our past that we carry with us, but that means we're living in the past.
Ah,
It's important to live in the present moment, day to day.
okay.
That's why it's so important to renew oneself every single day, to peel off the layers from yesterday, to peel off and let go of the beliefs, the stories that we've told ourselves,
Hmm.
because they disempower us.
Right.
So that's what becoming a sovereign being means, is to stand in your authenticity, your uniqueness, be daring to be different, be daring to use your voice, especially for us women. We have been silenced for thousands and thousands of years.
Mhm.
And so we have caved into the belief that we are powerless. It's not our truth.
Right.
We are magnificent beings that bring life into this world.
Yeah.
And so every woman who hears this, I hope that they embrace that and they know that without a doubt how powerful they are. And I don't mean like power, like, I'm, as I mentioned earlier, with ha, it doesn't mean like I'm greater than anybody else. It's an inner innate power that says that I love who I am, I stand in my truth, and I am here to love and nurture
Yeah.
my brothers and sisters, regardless of what's going on out there in the world. We have enough hate and shame and guilt and, all of these things that hold us down. But to
Hmm.
become sovereign means you have to raise yourself up so that you can be a beacon of light, so that others can be inspired by you, so that they find their way out of the dark.
Right.
That's what it is all about.
So it is that important to have that realization and to be that example that other people see.
Truly
Yeah.
be the example. And so there's nothing you really need to do on the external. The job is to go within.
Got it.
That's the main point to life. Go within,
Yeah.
look in there, and see where, there are some things hiding in there that you can shine the light on, expose it, some painful memories.
Yeah.
We have to face them. We cannot keep burying them, because they will follow us everywhere until we expose them to the light with love and gratitude and say thank you for the lessons. And then poof, they're gone.
Yeah. It must be a big weight lifted off your shoulders, once you
It's
finally let that go.
amazing. It's amazing the transformations I've seen, Casey,
I
with
bet.
people. It's just, this is this is my this is why I wake up every morning. This is why
Because you're
I'm
so
so
passionate. I
excited.
mean, it's like you can tell just by looking at you.
Yeah. I mean, when people get this, they realize, oh my gosh, I want some of that.
Yeah.
Give me some of what she's got, because it is addicting, a
Mhm.
healthy addiction.
Yeah, that's okay. That kind of addiction's okay. um, so I know that you said that example, becoming a sovereign being, or coming back to what we were born as, being that example that's inspiring is very important. How important is gratitude in there?
Ooh, that's that's key.
Yeah.
That is key. That is vital because we that's how we humble ourselves
Oh.
is with gratitude.
Hmm.
We must be grateful. We must show appreciation because this way, spirit, the 96% who we don't see, sees that we are humbling ourselves. Then, when we ask for guidance or support, it is granted. It's a done deal. But the two go hand in hand because it shows the 96% that you are not above nature, that you are not showing up entitled, that you're not just here to take,
Hmm.
but you're also here to give.
Yeah.
And so we say what we're thankful for. I was out there in nature this morning saying what I'm thankful for. And I was saying I'm thankful for Casey Armstrong, this
Wow.
beautiful man that
Uh,
I get to have this 30 minutes of deep conversation with.
you're awesome. I was going to ask you about like how it works with other people. Like I think you were telling me one time if you drive by an accident or something like, or somebody needs help, we're supposed that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to offer
Yes,
our good energy, and we're supposed to help those people.
exactly. The minute we see something happening, there's something going on, we have to send our love, our blessings to that situation. Because why? It's like we have a remote control in our hands and we can send energy to that situation. Whenever I hear an ambulance driving by, I always send love and healing and ease and flow to that situation so that wherever they're headed, they get there smoothly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And everything that transpires after that, because if you don't do this, Casey, then you're left with the shenanigans of life.
Nonsense. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to set your intentions. You have to speak the words. Words have mana, words have power. And mana in Hawaiian is your own personal spiritual power and essence. We
Mana.
all mana.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We all have it, but many people don't use it or don't know how to use it in the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than using it in a negative way, we can use it in a positive way. And I'd rather be walking through a, a crowded area, just sending my love and light to everyone. And believe me, they will feel it. They may not know that I'm doing it, but they will feel it.
That's
There will be
great.
a shift. Yeah. So it's our kuleana. Kuleana is our responsibility. Kuleana. Kuleana is our responsibility. It's our duty to take care of one another.
Yeah.
How else are we ever going to heal with the divisions that are taking place everywhere?
Yeah.
This is how we heal by taking responsibility,
Makes sense to
not,
me.
not ignoring what's happening over there, not, judging what's going on over there, not, you know, not saying unkind words because unkind words also have mana.
I heard that's something that you should really avoid is the gossip,
Yeah,
stuff like that.
gossip, because it comes right back
Yeah.
and roosts on you.
Gotcha.
Who wants that? We
Nobody.
don't want that.
No. Hey, you are such an amazing guest. I love when you come on. It's such a positive, uplifting experience when you come on. I'm sure all the other listeners will say the same thing. But we're out of time. So let me give you the last word. Anything you want to leave the audience with? And I just want to thank you for being you and, bringing people up. I
Yeah.
think it's awesome.
Thank you so much. Yes. Well, I always say Eola Pono. Eola Pono, which means live intentionally, live with intention every single day. When you wake up in the morning, just peel off the layers of yesterday, start anew, refresh yourself, renew yourself in Pono.
I love it. Where are you going to be? How can people get a hold of you?
Awesome. Oh, where can people, sorry.
Yeah.
Where can people get a hold of me? Okay, thank you. Yes. Well, I have a website. People can go to kahulahela.com. That's KAHULAHELA.com. Yeah. And there they can find my course on the journey inward. And there they can also find the Kahu Lāhela app, a link to the Kahu Lāhela app.
Awesome.
Awesome. Be well, my friend.
Thank you so much. All right. And I can't wait to have you on again. You're terrific. All right.
Thank
Everybody,
so
we'll be right back.
Are you looking for even more of the podcasts and hosts that you love? The Podcast Business News Network is proud to announce that you now have even more ways to listen live. Check out the MyTuner Radio, online radio box, and Simple Radio apps on iOS and Android, or find us online. Search for Business News Network on mytuner-radio.com, or search Podcast Business News Network on streama.com and onlineradiobox.com/US. Take your podcasts on the go and don't miss a minute of the action.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers.
Day-to-day simple tasks can become pretty daunting.
I have to carry my chair up 2 flights of steps or have somebody do it for me.
What scares me the most is just the falling.
When I'm struggling with my house, I think, to have that one great barrier just knocked down, it's crucial.
Home for Our Troops is a wonderful nonprofit that builds a
mortgage-free, fully adaptive, handicap-accessible house. And there's no catch.
It'll be our very first home that we've ever owned. This is a game changer.
This is where your life begins again.
We need you to join us in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Because of you, everything's going to be okay.